Good day, welcome to your program Issues at Hand with Omojola Timotokwe. Quickly, let's review what we discussed here last week. Remember that the issue of epileptic power supply in Nigeria was discussed extensively. How Nigeria was planning to, continue selling of power to West African countries, and we complain that since we don't even enjoy light, there's no adequate power supply in Nigeria, so we want to be selling. But on Tuesday, 24th of April, the Honorable Minister for Power, Honorable Adebayo Adelabu, came to the public and apologized to Nigerians and gave reason. But the most importantly, that is more, that is a good news there, was that he gave 2 weeks ultimatum that within 2 weeks we have adequate power supply. And let me also inform you that the Mr. President weighed in as well. The huge amount of money that they are owing the company that were supplying them gas, a huge sum of 1.7 trillion was paid to the company, so that at least they can have they will have a supply of gas to all those plants. And the Honorable Minister that the servicing of the plants are ongoing. So let's wait for the expiration of that 2 weeks. Yes, quickly, the issue of El-Rufai. Remember that we discussed El-Rufai as well. El-Rufai was brought before a federal high court in Kaduna under heavy security, and his lawyer applied for bail, but he was not granted bail. Bail. So what goes around comes around for El-Rufai. And but yesterday, there was news that his mother died, and ICP released him to go and pay last respect to his mother. So he was cited in Kaduna today, Saturday, 28th of March, to give final respect to his late mother. Now, quickly about Malami. Remember Abubakar Malami, the former Attorney General of the Federation, the most powerful Malami. So one of his house situated at Maitama is Maitama residence. Remember that in January 6, 2026, Federal High Court, granted an interim forfeiture order of the property, which is this property in concern is part of those property. So the FCC, they went to the house on Tuesday and evicted his family members living in the house, since they have taken possession. So, but Malami has filed an application at the Federal High Court seeking to set aside the forfeiture of the order. But hearing of that case is coming up on April 20, 2026. So that is that about Malami, about El-Rufai, and Honorable Adedibu, the Minister for Power in Nigeria. Now, quickly, let's go to today's main issue. We must commend EFCC and ICPC that are doing a very great work in Nigeria to ensure that they bring to book those who mismanage, who misappropriate government funds. So among them, the latest one is the former Accountant General of the Federation, under Justice James Omotosho, on March 23rd, convicted and sentenced Mr. Anamekwe Nwaboku to 72 years imprisonment for money laundering. So the total amount of money that this man that they accused the man for, and he was guilty of, is 868,465,000 naira. So this money was missing and was deposited to different accounts when he was acting an Accountant General between 2019 and between September 2019 to October 2020, under the span of a year acting, not substantive, acting Accountant General, Mr. Anamekwe Nwaboku. So conspire to convert funds which are proceed of unlawful activities and committed an offence contrary to section 18 of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2023 as 2011 as amended. So we must commend the EFCC, and there are so many charges against this particular man, so that because when our brothers will come to airspace now, they will say it's particular tribe that they are persecuting, it's particular whatever they can say. But we must establish here that this man indeed committed an offense worthy of sentencing. So when they sentenced him to 72 years, I'm not quite sure that a retirement age in public service is 60 years. And so he has retired since 2020. So which means he's not 60 years old now. Mr. Onwabuoku should be around 64 years. And he was sentenced to 72 years. So which means that a pretty long life for him. By the time it be whatever year you want to spend. So which means that he probably, if he died at 120 or 130, which means that his corpse will still be buried in the prison premises, because he was still serving a jail term. So that is case number one. Count number one. That count number one is the sum of 868,465,000 naira. So count number two, the man also indirectly converted the sum of 262 million. 262 million 602,897 naira 22 kobo paid into Senate account, into Senate bank account of account of Tamil Synergy Concept Limited. The proceed, the law that caught up with him also says that money is proceed of unlawful activities committed on offense contrary to section 15 subsection 2b of 2022b, which is punishable under the section 15 subsection 3 of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act of 2021. But the Tamil Synergy Concept Limited, they are at large, meaning pé wọ́n ti sá lọ, wọ́n rí wọn, but it was established that they are the one, that was the account that the money was paid into, 262,622,897 naira 27 kobo. That is count number two. Count number three, this time around, the sum of 202,824,009 naira 97 kobo was paid into GF and Tuj Global Investment Limited. That company is at large as well. So it's unlawful. Indirectly converted that sum to that account. So between September 2019 and October 2020. So the same offense. So count number 4 now. I just read theory. Count number 4 now. Lapless Bridge Limited. Between September and October 2020, 281,106,486 naira 41 kobo. These are funds that meant for the Ministry of Defence were converted to personal use. Imagine Ministry of Defence. Àwọn tó yẹ káwọn defence iná, àwọn sójà, owó tó yẹ kán fi dáàbò bo àwọn aráàlú, money to buy equipment for, but rather it was diverted to the account of these people. These people as well, Lapless Bridge Limited, they are also at large. That is count number 4. But during the court processes, the former Accountant General refunded the sum of 220 million naira to FCC. And I told you in one of my videos that when you when you agree for plea bargaining, it shows that you are guilty. So refunding 220 million to FCC is a sign of admission of guilt. So Oshopoti Jebini, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So that is that about that man. He was sentenced to 72 years imprisonment. And I think that is good for Nigeria, and we must give kudos to law enforcement agencies for doing a pretty good job. So lastly, let me quickly touch about the, remember last week as well that I mentioned about AFCON, CAF, all this their drama, I'm about Sway Latin drama that they are doing at CAF. AFCON. So, but Senegal, they refuse to, appeal. But on Thursday, they are finally they finally filed their official appeal to CAS, Court of Arbitration for Sports. So they have filed the appeal over the AFCON. Remember that CAF said they were stripped of their title of the AFCON championship as a result that they left the field during the match, which they came back and they continued the match. So, but they officially filed case now against AFCON to appeal at Court of Arbitration for Sports. Remember George Oponwe, the former World Footballer of the Year, the former president of Liberia, came on here during the week and said, and totally, completely condemned AFCON and told them that they are Baba Salahs as well, that they don't know what they are doing. They are just doing awada keri. Because if they mean business, that is not the way it was done. That is what the way it's done in other Western world where we emulated football from, where the football originated from. They don't retrieve medal or call for those who has been awarded, at least with a clean win. But in Africa, Dudu, because we are Dudu, we are black, we've come up with another black mentality. I just pray that God save us. So the FA of Senegal, they have now appealed to CAS, Court of Arbitration for Sports, to help them look into that matter and retain their championship for them. So that is what I have for you this week, and I must say now at this junction to say to Malam El-Rufai to accept my condolences for sudden death of his mother. Despite that, so after the burial of the mother, I think he will go back to where he belongs to. So that is that for today. So I want to thank you very much for being here. God bless you. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria, and God bless you. Thank you very much. God bless you.